Hello children, this is me, T.M. Manjunath, Assistant Master, Sri Anaberu Kenchappa High School, Bada. Dear children, I welcome you all for YouTube class. In my previous YouTube class, I have completed the first lesson of 8th standard as a second language, that is a day in the ashram. Dear children, today I am going to present the most important thing in the life, that related concept called beauty. In the previous class only, we have introduced, we have already learned, we have known the thing that is the beauty of the school. So we have understood that inner beauty of the school. So today the poem that's called A Beauty. This poem has been written by, that is, A.E. Shure. A.E. Shure was the greatest poetess. She was her full name called E.A. Shure, her original name Lucy Abbey-Tau. She was born on 9th September 1926 in New Mexico in USA state, and she was died on September same, sorry, July, 21/7/2014. When she was died, she was 87 years old. She was an American Iselta Pueblo means, the word it can be pronounced this way. Pueblo means it's a North American Indian settlement. North American Indian. Her occupation is, she was an author, she was a poet. Look at this picture. She was, as I am telling this, she is called A.E. Shure. She was an author, she was a poetess, educator. She was known for that book that is called I Am a Pueblo Indian Girl. Pueblo Indian Girl. So, this is the information about the poetess called A.E. Shure. She was an American citizen. She is famous for her book called I Am a Pueblo Indian Girl. Anyhow, let's come to the title of this poem, that is beauty. So, before starting this poem, we have to understand what is the meaning of beauty. Can you able to describe beauty? Here is one information or the meaning of the beauty. Beauty is defined on the quality. So, beauty have two concepts. One is inner beauty and outer beauty. For example, this is a watch. So, the outer beauty means its appearance, how it looks attract, it is beauty. No, the actual meaning of the beauty is how it can works, how it can show the clock, how it can show the time, how it can work. So this is the inner beauty. So anyhow, the beauty is defined on the quality or an aggregate of the qualities in a person. So one who looks so attractive, it is not called a beauty. The quality, how it is, the quality of a person is actually the quality. Or a thing which can give a pleasure to the sense of, or pleasurably. Or a thing, for example, when we want to purchase this pen, it is a thing. When this pen gives pleasure, then it is a beauty. When the pen hurts us, it is not called a beauty. Understand? Yeah. And continue the extra information, that is exalt the mind or spirit. Love pleases the mind. Sorry. Love pleases the mind, heart and sense, thus it is beautiful. Love pleases the mind, heart and sense, thus it is beautiful. Beauty, it can be a patrons. Understand? Beauty can be a patrons. It is a knowledge, art, sounds, poetry or a literature. Okay. So what according to the poet, the meaning of the beauty? Beauty is a knowledge. Beauty is a heart. Beauty is a poetry. And beauty is a literature. Yes. Okay, of course, there is a question arises in your mind. How can the beauty is called knowledge? As I told the first definition, what is beauty? Beauty defines, it gives the pleasure, it gives the sense of happiness, then it is called a beauty. Of course, when one who is having knowledge, it gives the pleasure, so it is called a beauty. When the heart, it gives the happiness, then it gives the beauty. Then the poetry, it gives the pleasure, then it is a beauty. Literature, it gives a lot of information or knowledge, it is called a beauty. Of course, and it is also said, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yes, beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. So what a line is. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Dear children, this is the statement. The idea of the beauty, not just a physical appearance, as I told. The beauty is not just a beauty is not just a physical appearance. For example, the physical appearance, if we can see some thing, it looks beautiful. It just in physical appearance, it looks beautiful, but it is not called a beauty. Beauty is not just called a physical appearance, it is not called a beauty. Beauty, it lies in the eyes of the beholder. Understand? The meaning that is, rather it is an understanding that gives some experience to one's eyes, ears, intellect and a moral sense. Yes. So, that beauty can experience with one eyes, ears, and intellect, and in moral sense. Okay, or in a moral sense. So I think you might understood beauty. Finally, I come to clarify the actual beauty is not to look so attract in a outer appearance. It is not called a beauty. Beauty means it lies always in the eyes of the beholder. It is lies in the ears. It lies in their intellectual or knowledge, or it is in the moral sense, means behave. Beauty it always what that looks attract, that is beauty. And what we can hear, looking means not looking outer appearance, I mean the physical appearance. Looking so beautiful, looking so attraction is not called beauty. Understand? It means that can be beauty in the inner part. I come to it. To look so attracted, the knowledge or like this. And beauty lies in the ears. We can see good thing. We can do good work. We can do accepted one. Understand? So that we can hear a good thing. We can hear a good word. We can speak a good voice. We can speak a good words. So these are the called beauty. And we must be always intellectual. We must be always do good. That is an intellectual. And to behave a moral sense. We should be accepted by everyone in the society. No one can comment us. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are acting, our act should be accepted by everyone. Then it called, we should show our morality. So overall, that inner correctness is called beauty. So I come to end. What is called beauty? Beauty is in a correctness of everything in a inner part of the person is called a beauty. Understand? Okay. Anyhow, in this poem, the poetess called E.A. Shore, she wanted to describe what is beauty, what beauty is. She is trying to list some of the things that you are think beautiful. So, before starting this poem, I am going to ask a question. What is beautiful? What is beauty? This flower is beautiful. This park is beautiful. That picture is beautiful. That car is beautiful. That building is beautiful. That greenery is beautiful. We can able to say the outer beauty, but very difficult to understand the inner beauty. Understand? We should not show our outer beauty. We should not show our outer beauty, but we try to understand that beauty, what is beauty in the poem. Anyhow, dear children, here poetess, she is trying to tell us the beauty is in everything in the life. The poet describes us about beauty is everything. Everything is in the beauty or in the life. Beauty can be, let's start the poem. Dear children, now I am going to read the poem very first, then you can first you have to listen and enjoy. Beauty is seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds, corn growing and people working or dancing for their harvest. Beauty is heard in the night, wind singing, rain falling, or a singer chanting anything in earnest. Beauty is in yourself, good deeds, happy thoughts that repeat themselves in your dreams, in your work, and even in your rest. Okay, dear children, I think you enjoyed while I am reading this poem. You do practice, dear children, you practice reading the poem. So, in our language, these L, S, R, W, listening, speaking, reading and writing. These are the language skills. LS means language skills. Very first, you try to listen the concept. After listening, you try to speak. You try to speak it out, or you try to repeat what you are listening. These two are the primary skills. Very first, you have to practice the listening skill. Then you understand what you listen. Then you try to repeat after listening. That is called speaking. These two are the primary skills. So in this level, you can already in the secondary skills. You can able to read yourselves. That is the secondary skill. Then you can start writing as according to your teacher dictates or anything else you can try to write. So these are the two things. Why I am telling these two? When as a longer student you start reading, you are in the 8th standard, you can able to read English fluently. So that you are in the level of this one. So that I told you. Dear children, it means that you have to read the poem once, twice or thrice. Okay? Then you can watch my video. Okay, dear children, beauty is seen in the sunlight. What you can see, whatever we can see, it can be in the sunlight. So how can picture shown, how can the thing can appear? When the sunlight or any light can be present on the picture, then it can reflect. The light can reflect on the object, then only that object appear. Understand? So we can't see anything at the night time without a light. In the dark or in the night, we can't see anything else. Is it right? Yeah. Because anything or any object, when the light reflects on that, then only we can see the thing. Same thing. Beauty can be seen. The beauty can be appear in the sunlight. Is it right? So we can enjoy the thing, enjoy the objects. There is one line by John Keats. Now I am going to write this. John Keats is a great poet. He had said one line that is according to Keats. He said, "A thing of beauty is joy forever." A thing of beauty is joy forever. So, any piece of beauty, when it gives a joy forever, you are remembering. For example, many days ago, you are in some trip or a picnic or somewhere, you had seen the beautiful greenery. When after many days, you are remembering that, oh, on that day, last month, June 2nd, I have been at Kallathigiri Falls or Chamangundi. There I have seen the beautiful scenery. How beautiful it is. You had seen this in the last month ago. Understand? You are remembering that Till now, it can give a joy. Is it right? ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಯಾವತ್ತೋ ನೀವು ಏನೋ ಸುಂದರವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಚಿತ್ರವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದು, ಒಂದು ಆಕರ್ಷಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನ ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ. When you have seen any beauty, it can give a pleasure anywhere, everywhere and forever. Whenever you recall it, ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Like this, beauty is seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds. Wherever you have seen the birds, wherever you can see the trees, that beauty can be seen in the trees, in the birds, in the sunlight, and where the corn growing, our farmers, they are doing their farming activity, there we can see the beauty. The people are working in the fields. Our farmers are doing their farming activity in the fields. There we can see the beauty. Or where there is a dancing for their harvest, we are seen there. We can see the beauty. Understand? Okay. Beauty can be seen in the sunlight, in the trees. Okay, can be seen in the sunlight or in the trees, birds. Okay, and in corn growing. Okay, beauty can be always seen in the sunlight, trees, birds, growing of corn, how our farmers, they are working in the field. The people, some of them were dancing for their harvest. There we can see the beauty. So here the poet, he said, where the people are working, where the dancing, and he continued, beauty is heard in the night also. Very first, in the first para, the poetess expresses beauty can be seen in the day night, or in the daylight, or in the sunlight. That is, in the sunlight we can see trees, birds, corn growing, how the farmers are doing their farming activity in their fields, or in the garden, or in the groves. There we can see the beauty. And he continues, beauty is to be heard. We can't see beauty in the night. Beauty is heard in the night. How? The wind is singing. Wind, a gentle wind. So you just keep all are being silent. You can hear that trees are in their branches is little moving and shaying in the small or a gentle wind. That hearing us, we can heard like singing a song like, and we can hear a sound of rain falling. It's a beauty. So far, last 15 days, we have experienced a heavy rain. When the rain falling, we can get a beauty. No? Yeah. Or a singer can singing a song. A singer can chanting. Singer is singing a song. He can sing a song. He is chanting some mantras. Singer can chanting a hymns. Now, previous lesson, the day in the ashram, you have heard the choristers are singing hymn, or the night, the choristers or the student of that Shantini Ketana, they can sing a Gurudeva's song. Understand? So that can be called hearing, that we can heard a beauty. Beauty is not only to be seen, but also can be heard like this. anything earnest. Earnest means we can be serious, we can be sincere. Anything can be serious, anything can be sincere, we can also earn. So, the comparison between the first and second para, the poetess have expressed her views on a beauty. Beauty can be seen in that sunlight, and beauty can also heard at the night. How? It can be singing. In the daytime, we can sing. Second para, beauty can be heard like this by singing a song. And at last, poetess, she is wonderfully saying that in the first two paragraphs, beauty can be seen in a sunlight. We can see, we can enjoy, we can hear, we can go that place where the beauty thing is there. We can go there, we can playing with that, we can do all those things at the sunlight. And at the evening, we can also hear the singing of song. We are enjoying by hearing a song. We can enjoy the sound of rainfall. We can enjoy the sound of the branches in the tree, how it can wave. That sound can make the listener or a person can beauty. So it means that beauty can not only seen, as I repeat, it can be heard. Okay. Come, let's tell me, dear children, where is beauty? Where is beauty? Beauty is also in our cells. Wonderful word. Right. Okay, shall I write this? So, beautiful word. Where is beauty? Where is beauty? Beauty is not anywhere according to poet. Beauty is with yourself according to poet. Yourself or ourselves. In Kannada, beauty ellide. Where is beauty? Beauty is in yourselves. Nimmallide. Beauty is in ourselves. Nammallide. Where and how? We have cleared where beauty is in ourselves. How can we appear these beauty in ourselves? ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ? When we do good deeds. Wow. As I told, when we do the good deeds, we can be found, we can see that of beauty. When we have happy thoughts, when we have happy thoughts, we are always thinking about good things. When our mind gives happiness, that our thought should be happy. Where there is a beauty in ourselves, when we do good deeds, when we have happy thoughts that repeat themselves, and our dreams in our work and even in our rest. Yes, dear children, what a line it is. The first and second para expresses beauty can be seen in a sunlight, beauty can be heard in the night, but also beauty is with us. Beauty is with me. Beauty is with ourselves. How can we found? How can be shown? How can it can appear? When we can do good deeds. When we do good deeds, we can be found our beauty. When we do our happy thoughts, we can easily found, we can understand, we can always think about a good thing, happy sense, we will be found our happy. And our dream, if what we are dreaming, it is while we are dreaming, we can get happy. And when we are doing our work, we will get beauty. When we are in the rest, we will definitely get beauty. Anyway, children, we do good, we do always better, we do always in a happy sense. Our good deeds can make us happy. So this is the poem. This poem has been written by E.A. Shure. She has expresses how the beauty can be appear in ourselves in this poem. Anyhow, dear children, this is wonderful poem. So far we have heard how the beauty is, what the beauty is, where it can appear. Understand? Okay. You do one thing. In the page number 15, there will be a questions were there regarding or related to this poem. You will be answer for these questions, whatever you heard this poem. Okay, you do one thing. You just answer to those questions. Question number 1 to question number 7, page number 15 and 16. You will be found a question. You have to answer it carefully and send it to me. Okay, I meet you, dear children, in my next video class. Thank you, my God.